If you bought castor oil for wrinkles and saw zero results, this is why. Most people apply it straight to their face every night. They massage it into laugh lines, forehead creases, crow's feet. And after weeks of this, nothing changes. Maybe the wrinkles look shinier, but they don't shrink. The skin doesn't transform. So the bottle ends up shoved to the back of the cabinet, and castor oil gets written off as another overhyped trend. But here's what's actually happening. Castor oil works. The problem is that slapping it directly onto skin is the worst possible application method. The oil is too thick and heavy to penetrate on its own. It just sits on the surface doing nothing. The active compound inside castor oil is ricinoleic acid. This is what reduces inflammation, triggers collagen production, and rebuilds the skin barrier. But ricinoleic acid can't reach the dermis where wrinkles form because the molecules are too large to pass through the skin's protective barrier. There are 9 specific methods that solve this penetration problem. Some thin the oil out. Some create physical channels through the barrier. Others use heat or pressure to force the oil deeper. When applied correctly, wrinkle depth decreases within weeks. Skin plumps from underneath. Texture smooths out in ways regular creams never achieve. Here's each method, how to do it, and why it works when straight application fails. The skin's outer layer exists to keep things out. It blocks bacteria, toxins, and large molecules from entering the body. Ricinoleic acid molecules are massive. When pure castor oil gets applied to skin, these molecules can't penetrate the protective barrier. They form a slick film on the surface and stay there. This creates temporary shine with zero actual improvement underneath. The active ingredient never reaches its target. The 9 methods coming next bypass this barrier problem through dilution, mechanical penetration, heat expansion, or chemical pathways. Each one delivers ricinoleic acid into the dermis where collagen production happens and wrinkles originate. The first approach mixes castor oil with rosehip oil. Combine 1 part castor oil with 3 parts rosehip oil in a small glass bottle. Apply this blend to wrinkled areas after cleansing. Rosehip oil has a much lighter molecular structure that penetrates easily. When castor oil gets diluted into it, the lighter carrier pulls the heavier ricinoleic acid through the skin barrier. Rosehip also contains vitamin A compounds that independently boost collagen production. So this combination attacks wrinkles from 2 angles simultaneously. This method handles fine lines and surface wrinkles well. It's gentle enough for daily use, even on sensitive skin. The second technique uses a hot compress for heat activation. Soak a clean washcloth in hot water, wring it out, and press it against the face for 2 minutes. Remove it and immediately apply castor oil to the warm, damp skin. Heat causes temporary pore expansion and slight swelling of skin cells. This creates larger gaps in the protective barrier. Applying oil while the skin is still warm allows deeper penetration before those gaps close back up. The moisture from the compress also helps. Damp skin absorbs oils more effectively than completely dry skin. This works for moderate wrinkles around the eyes and mouth. The increased blood flow from heat also brings more oxygen and nutrients to support collagen synthesis. The third method involves derma rolling before application. Use a derma roller with 0.25 millimeter needles. Roll it vertically, horizontally, and diagonally across wrinkled areas with light pressure. Apply castor oil immediately after rolling. The needles create thousands of microscopic channels through the skin barrier. These channels bypass the protective layer completely, allowing direct access to deeper tissue. When oil gets applied right after rolling, ricinoleic acid flows through these channels and reaches the dermis within minutes. This is the most aggressive approach and produces the fastest results. It tackles deep wrinkles and pronounced lines, but limit this to once or twice per week to avoid overstimulation. The fourth method is an overnight castor oil pack with occlusion. Apply a thick layer of castor oil to wrinkled areas. Cover the oiled skin with plastic wrap. Secure it gently with medical tape and leave it overnight. Occlusion traps body heat and prevents moisture evaporation. This combination softens the outer skin layer over several hours. Extended contact time gives the oil maximum opportunity to penetrate. Even though the molecules are large, Prolonged exposure eventually allows absorption through natural gaps in the barrier. This handles stubborn wrinkles that haven't responded to other treatments. The overnight contact creates penetration, conditions that brief applications can't achieve. The fifth approach combines castor oil with retinol serum. Apply retinol serum first. Wait 2 minutes. Layer a thin amount of castor oil over the retinol. Retinol temporarily disrupts the organization of the skin barrier, creating pathways for other compounds to follow. By applying castor oil immediately after, the ricinoleic acid uses those pathways to reach deeper layers. This works perfectly for anyone already using retinol. It maximizes both ingredients without adding extra steps. Best for moderate to deep wrinkles. The sixth method uses gua sha tools to mechanically push oil deeper. Apply castor oil generously to the face. Use a gua sha stone to perform upward strokes with firm pressure for 5 minutes. The mechanical pressure physically pushes oil into the skin. The scraping motion creates friction heat that temporarily increases penetration potential. Gua sha also stimulates blood flow and lymphatic drainage. Better circulation brings more nutrients to skin cells. Improved lymphatic function reduces puffiness that makes wrinkles appear worse. This addresses both wrinkles and overall texture. The mechanical stimulation provides additional collagen-boosting signals beyond what the oil alone delivers. The seventh technique mixes castor oil with vitamin E capsules. Pierce 3 vitamin E capsules and squeeze the oil into a small container. Mix it with an equal amount of castor oil. Apply this blend to wrinkled areas. Vitamin E is fat-soluble and integrates easily with castor oil, creating a lighter and more penetrable blend. It also protects skin from oxidative stress during the collagen rebuilding process. When fibroblasts increase collagen production, they generate free radicals as byproducts. Vitamin E neutralizes these before they damage newly formed collagen. This works for all wrinkle types and is gentle enough for twice-daily application. The eighth method uses facial steaming as pre-treatment. Boil water and pour it into a bowl. Lean over the bowl with a towel draped over the head to trap steam. Steam the face for 3 to 5 minutes. Pat dry and immediately apply castor oil. Steam causes more dramatic pore opening than a hot compress alone. The sustained heat and moisture penetrate deeper into skin layers. The humidity temporarily swells skin cells, creating additional space between them for oil to slip through. This works particularly well for wrinkles on thicker skin areas like the forehead and around the mouth. The extended heat exposure prepares these tougher areas for better absorption. The ninth approach creates a moisture sandwich by layering castor oil under hyaluronic acid. Apply castor oil to damp skin. Wait 1 minute. Apply hyaluronic acid serum over the castor oil. Hyaluronic acid draws moisture from the environment and deeper skin layers. When applied over castor oil, it creates an osmotic effect that pulls the oil deeper as it draws moisture. The hyaluronic acid also prevents the castor oil from evaporating or rubbing off. It seals everything in place and maintains contact for extended periods. This provides intense hydration along with collagen-boosting effects. It works exceptionally well for dehydrated skin, where wrinkles are partly caused by moisture loss. When ricinoleic acid finally reaches the dermis, several processes activate. It reduces inflammation at the cellular level. Chronic inflammation breaks down collagen faster than the body can replace it, driving wrinkle formation. Ricinoleic acid inhibits inflammatory pathways, so existing collagen structure stays intact longer. It stimulates fibroblasts to increase collagen and elastin production. More collagen fills gaps in the dermal mesh that cause wrinkles. More elastin improves the skin's ability to bounce back after facial expressions. It improves lymphatic drainage in facial tissue. When drainage is sluggish, fluid accumulates under the skin, creating puffiness that makes wrinkles appear deeper. Enhanced drainage reduces this swelling. It strengthens skin barrier function. A compromised barrier allows moisture to escape from the dermis. As the dermis dehydrates, it loses volume, causing the skin surface to collapse inward and form wrinkles. Ricinoleic acid repairs barrier structure, improving moisture retention. All 4 mechanisms work together to visibly reduce wrinkle depth and appearance. Changes follow a predictable pattern over 8 weeks. During the first week, Skin feels more supple and slightly thicker to the touch. This is the barrier repairing and the dermis retaining more moisture. Wrinkles don't look noticeably different yet. Between weeks 2 and 4, fine lines start softening. Skin texture becomes smoother overall. Between weeks 4 and 8, deeper wrinkles show measurable improvement. Depth decreases as new collagen accumulates beneath them. By week 8, the face looks smoother and more lifted with better tone and texture. So that's why straight castor oil just sits on the surface doing nothing, and 9 different ways to actually get it where it needs to go. Some of these methods are gentle enough to use every day. Others are more aggressive and need to be spaced out. The key is picking one that matches both skin sensitivity and how deep the wrinkles are. If this finally explained why that bottle's been sitting and used in the cabinet for months, go ahead and like the video. It helps get this information in front of other people who've been applying castor oil the wrong way and wondering why nothing's happening. Subscribe if you want more of these breakdowns that explain why the popular advice doesn't work and what to do instead. And share this with anyone who's tried castor oil, given up on it, and moved on to the next expensive product that probably won't work either. Drop a comment with which method sounds most practical to start with. Some people go straight for derma rolling. Others prefer starting gentle with the rosehip blend. There's no wrong answer. Now go dig that castor oil back out and actually use it properly this time.